Okay, we're live. We're freaking live. Oh dear. Should I put the music on? I usually do, don't I? Do I want to put the music on? I don't know. I've been in a musicless mood recently for content and stuff. I don't know why that is. If people join, and I'll ask them if they want the music on or not. But yeah, let me get my freaking, what's it called, ready? My image, my ideal thingy-majiggy, the thing that I use. But like, hey, we're reading now. Skip to here if you want to read, and don't care about the intro, the preamble, the what's it, who's it. Let's see. Also, jeez, man. I am so sorry. I did not realize how long it had been since I read freaking Percy Jackson, dude. I did not realize how long it had been at all since I read this series. I was thinking, oh, it was like at the beginning of the year. It was before summer. No, I haven't read Percy Jackson since, like, I knew it was a long time. I didn't know it was like the last stream was in December of 2024. That's crazy, dude. That's freaking insane. Oh, I found the coin thing. I guess we'll figure that all out next time. I need Photoshop again to make good thumbnails. This is so sad. And nobody's joining. This is even sadder, but it makes sense. This is a late stream. It's not gonna be a long one. Not gonna be a long, because this is kind of, to get back in the spirit of Percy Jackson. So, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. See how much you read. Maybe like 1 or 2, 3 chapters. Probably won't go longer than an hour and a half. It's gonna take me a minute to remember what it was going on last we read, because I think what was happening last, it was it was, if I remember correctly, it was Piper and, God, what were the other kids' names? Piper and Leo and Alex. What was his name? What was that guy's name? I don't remember, but it was them, and they were like freaking what's it called? They were talking to some like temptress person who was like hypnotizing the guys, and Piper was the only one who was not hypnotized. I'm honestly surprised I remember that, but I think that was the last thing we read. Dang, I think I remember surprising around this for being so long. It shows just how much I love this series. Sorry, there's something I'm trying to get off here. That's why I keep looking down. Okay. But there's nobody really here. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to preamble. They're probably all gone. Living their lives. Not caring if I read Percy Jackson or not. I probably should have made a short to let them know that we were back in action. But they'll see it probably. I'll make a short next time. If I do, but I'm just gonna talk for a minute or two more, and then we're gonna get into this series. I'm sorry, this is really bothering me. I'm trying to scrape this off. Alright. Okay. What do I have to talk about? I haven't been reading because I've been being really lazy about content. Sometimes I get in and out of moods. I said this last time. Last time when I was read the hair a bit in the hair stream. It feels like it hadn't been that long at all. Jesus Christ, time flies. My word. Time flies when you're not reading Percy Jackson, huh? Have a new series coming out soon. So much is going on. So much. Percy Jackson wise. Like, that's genuinely freaking crazy. We are coming up on another, and I still have not finished the Heroes of Olympus series. If I can freaking get this done, we will start reading. Whatever. Screw it. I'm just gonna start. I've been talking to 5 minutes for no one in particular. I'm waiting to see if people are gonna join. They're not. They're asleep or something, dog. So we're just gonna wake it up. Hopefully this first stream will wake up the YouTube algorithm. I'm not gonna do too much because it's late and nobody's here. I prefer to read with you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna come back or not. If you guys don't end up coming back, I will stop doing these streams because I'm not gonna continue to stream to no one. I'd rather put my energy into streams that people actually want to watch. So yeah. Oh, let's go ahead and make that smaller. Player. No, it's not solo. Reaction screen. There we go. Oh, let's not. Okay, let's undo that then. I don't know why I did that. Boom, bam, boom. Brilliant. And then back to this. Turn the reaction screen back on. Brilliant. And then we control T. No, that's not what it is. It's control fucking. Which one is it? It's control plus. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Persified. Alright. Let's get back to it, shall we? Let's see where we left our boys off at. And girl. It's Piper's turn. Jason, that was his name. Okay, cool. This is Piper. We're on page 302. It's chapter XXVII, which is like, I don't know, 28. It's 28. I do know that. Anyways, whatever. Piper cornered the princess as Jason and Leo went off to check out the living fur coat. You want them shopping for their deaths? Piper demanded. The princess blew dust off a display case of swords. I'm a seer, my dear. I know your little secret, but we don't want to dwell on that, do we? The boys are having such fun. Leo laughed as he tried on a hat that seemed to be made from enchanted raccoon fur. Its ringed tail twitched, and its little legs wriggled frantically as Leo walked. Jason was ogling the men's sportswear. Boys interested in shopping for clothes? A definite sign that they were under an evil spell. Piper glared at the princess. Who are you? I told you, my dear. I'm the Princess of Colchis. Where's Colchis? The princess's expression turned a little sad. Where was Colchis, you mean? My father ruled the far shores of the Black Sea. As far to the east as a Greek ship could sail in those days, but Colchis is no more. Lost eons ago. Eons ago, Piper asked. Eons ago, Piper asked? Yeah. The princess looked no more than 50, but a bad feeling started settling over Piper. Something King Boris had mentioned back in Quebec. How old are you? The princess laughed. A lady should avoid asking or answering that question. Let's just say the immigration process to enter your country took quite a while. My patron finally brought me through. She made all this possible. The princess swept her hand around the department store. Piper's mouth tasted like metal. Your patron? Oh, yeah, she doesn't bring just anyone through. Mind you, only those who have special talents, such as me, and really, she insists on so little. A store entrance that must be underground so she can monitor my clientele. And a favor, now and then, in exchange for a new life. Really, it was the best bargain I'd made in centuries. Run, Piper thought. I have to get out of here. Before she could even turn her thoughts into words, Jason called, Hey, check it out! From a rack labeled distressed clothing, he held up a purple t-shirt like the one he'd worn on the school field trips. Except this shirt looked as if it had been clawed by tigers. Jason frowned. Why does it look so familiar? Jason, it's like yours, Piper said. No, we really have to leave. But she wasn't sure he could even hear her anymore through the princess's enchantment. Nonsense, the princess said. The boys aren't done. Are they? And yes, my dear, those shirts are very popular. Trade-ins from previous customers. It suits you. Leah picked up an orange Camp Half-Blood tee with a hole through the middle, as if it had been hit by a javelin. Next to that was a dented bronze breastplate, pitted with corrosion. Acid, maybe? And a Roman toga, slashed to pieces, and stained with something that looked disturbingly like dried blood. Your Highness, Piper said, trying to control her nerves. Why don't you tell the boys how you betrayed your family? I'm sure they'd really like to hear that story. Her words didn't have any effect on the princess, but the boys turned suddenly interested. More story? Leo asked. I like more story, Jason agreed. The princess flashed Piper an irritated look. One will do strange things for love, Piper. You should know that. I fell for that young hero, in fact, because your mother, Aphrodite, had me under a spell. If it wasn't for her, but I can't hold a grudge against a goddess, can I? The princess's tone made her meaning clear. I can take it out on you. But that hero took you with him when he fled Colchis, Piper remembered. Didn't he, Your Highness? He married you just as promised. The look in the princess's eyes made Piper want to apologize, but she didn't back down. At first, Her Highness admitted, it seemed he would keep his word. But even after I helped him steal my father's treasure, he still needed my help. As we fled, my brother's fleet came after us. His warships overtook us. He would have destroyed us, but I convinced my brother to come aboard our ship and take under a flag of truce. He trusted me. And you killed your own brother, Piper said. The horrible story all coming back to her, along with a name, an infamous name that began with the letter M. What? Jason stirred. For a moment he looked almost like himself. Killed your own... No, the princess snapped. Those stories are lies. It was my new husband and his men who killed my brother, though they couldn't have done it without my deception. They threw his body into the sea, and the pursuing fleet had to stop and search for it so they could bring my brother a proper burial. This gave us time to get away. All this I did for my husband, and he forgot our bargain. He betrayed me in the end. Jason still looked uncomfortable. What did he do? The princess held the sliced toga against Jason's chest, as if measuring him for an assassination. Don't you know the story, my boy? You of all people should. You were named for him. Jason? Piper said. The original Jason. But then you should be dead. The princess smiled. As I said, a new life in a new country. Certainly I made mistakes. I turned my back on my own people. I was called a traitor, a thief, a liar, a murderess. But I acted out of love. She turned to the boys and gave them a pitiful look. Batting her eyelashes, Piper could feel the sorcery. Washing over them, taking control more firmly than ever. Wouldn't you do the same for someone you loved, my dears? Oh, sure, Jason said. Okay, Leo said. Guys, Piper ground her teeth in frustration. Don't you see who she is? Don't you? I don't. Tell me. Let's continue, the princess said breezingly. I believe you wanted to talk about a prize for the storm spirits and your satyr. Leo got distracted on the second floor with the appliances. No way, he said. Is it an armored forge? Before Piper could stop him, he hopped off the escalator and ran over to a big oval oven that looked like a barbecue on steroids. When they caught up with him, the princess said, You have good taste. This is the H-2000 designed by Hephaestus himself, hot enough to melt celestial bronze or imperial gold. Jason flinched as if he recognized that term. Imperial gold. Yup. He's the hero of the evil place. Not the evil place. He's the hero of the, what's it called? The Roman camp. I don't know what it's called, but I've heard about this camp. It's the theory that I said over a year ago that I don't know if anybody who's not watching this stream remembers, but I said it, I called it, and so I definitely am right about that. The princess nodded. Yes, my dear, like that weapon so cleverly concealed in your pocket. To be properly forged, imperial gold had to be considered in the Temple of Jupiter. Camp Jupiter, that's what it's called, right? In the Temple of Jupiter. On on Capitolone Hill in Rome. Quite a powerful and rare metal, but like the Roman emperors, quite volatile. Be sure never to break that blade, she smiled pleasantly. Rome was after my time. After my time, of course. But I do hear stories. And now... Oh, over here, this golden throne is one of my finest luxury items. Hephaestus made it as a punishment for his mother, Hera. Sit in it, and you'll be immediately trapped. Leo apparently took this as an order. He began walking toward it in a trance. Leo, don't! Piper warned. He blinked. How much for both? Hold on. Let me understand what I'm reading. Sorry, my brain went somewhere else real quick. Rome was after my time, of course, but I do hear stories. And now, over here, this golden throne is one of my finest luxury items. Hephaestus made it as a punishment for his mother, Hera. Yes, okay. Oh, this was the thing in Percy Jackson episode 5. Heroes of Olympus go crazy. Leo apparently took this as an order. He began toward interest. Leo, don't, Piper warned. He blinked. How much for both? Of the seat I could let you have for 5 great deeds. The forge, 7 years of servitude, and for only a bit of your strength. She led Leo into the appliance section, giving him prices on various items. Piper didn't want to leave him alone with her, but she had to try reasoning with Jason. She pulled him aside and slapped him across the face. Ow, he muttered sleepily. What was that for? Snap out of it, Piper hissed. What do you mean? She's charmed speaking to you. Can't you feel it? Of course he can't. He knit his eyebrows. She seems okay. She's not okay. She shouldn't even be alive. She was married to Jason, the other Jason, 2,000 years ago. Remember the Boreas said? Something about the souls no longer being confined to Hades? Is that just monsters who can't stay dead? She's back from the underworld. Oh, interesting. Jason shook his head uneasily. She's not a ghost? No, she's worse. She's children. Oh my god, tell me, bro. The princess was back with Leo in tow. If you please, we will now see what you came for. This is what you want? Yes, princess? Piper had to choke back a scream. She was tempted to pull out her dagger and take on this witch herself, but she didn't like her chances, not in the middle of her highness's department store. While her friends were under a spell, Piper couldn't even be sure they'd take her side in a fight. She had to figure out a better plan. They took the escalator down to the base of the fountain for the first time. Piper noticed 2 large bronze sundials, each about the size of a trampoline, inlet on the marble tile floor to the north and south of the fountain. The gilded, oversized canary cages stood to the east and west, and the farthest one held the storm spirits. They were so densely packed, spinning around like a super concentrated tornado, that Piper couldn't tell how many there were. Dozens at least. Hey, Leo said. Coach Hedge looks okay. What? How can you see Coach Hedge? They ran to the nearest canary cage. The old satyr seemed to have been petrified at the moment he was sucked into the sky above the Grand Canyon. Oh, okay. My brain is struggling to keep up with this book. It's been a while since I've read anything. I need to get back in the habit. I still want to read Aragon as well. It's been a while since I've read Aragon. God, I need to keep reading this book. This book was really good too. I need to get back in the habit of reading, man. I've been reading a lot of comic books. I need to get back in the habit of reading books too. Reading is so great. Read, kids. This is an ad for reading. This stream is sponsored by reading. Audible. If you use code Sidetracked, you get a 0% decrease on your membership or however Audible works. I don't know. He was frozen mid-shout, his club raised over his head like he was ordering the gym class to drop and give him 50. His curly hair stuck up at odd angles. If Albert just concentrated on certain details, the bright orange polo shirt, the wispy goatee, the whistle around his neck, she could imagine Coach Hez as his good old annoying self, but it was hard to ignore the stubby horns on his head, and the fact that he had furry goat legs and hooves instead of workout pants and Nikes. Yes, the princess said. I always keep my wares in good condition. We can certainly barter for the storm spirits and satyr, a package deal. If we come to terms, I'll even throw in a vial of healing potion, and you can go in peace. She gave Piper a shrewd look. That's better than starting on unpleasantness, isn't it, dear? Don't trust her, wondered voice in her head. If Piper was right about this lady's identity, nobody would be leaving in peace. A fair deal was impossible. It was all a trick. But her friends were looking at her, nodding urgently, and mouthing, say yes. Piper needed more time to think. What time is it? Oh shit! HEB's about to freaking close, dog. I want some goddamn. I want to buy some ranch dressing, dude. This is so sad. I might end the stream early just to go get some ranch dressing. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were so densely packed, spinning around like super concentrated tornado. Hyper couldn't tell how many there were. Dozens at least. Hey, Leo said. Coach Hedge looks okay. They ran to the nearest canary cage. The old satyr seemed to have been petrified at the moment he was sucked into the sky above the Grand Canyon. He was frozen mid-shout. His club raised over his head like he was ordering the gym to drop a game. Oh, I already read that. Where was I? A fair deal wasn't possible. It was all a trick, but her friends were looking at her, nodding urgently, rather than say, yes, Piper, we need more time to think. That's what it is. We can negotiate, he said. Totally, Leo agreed. Name your price. Leo, Piper snapped. The princess chuckled. Name my price. Perhaps not the best haggling strategy, my boy, but at least you know a thing's value. Freedom is a very valuable indeed. Damn. I'm struggling to keep up with this book, man. I'm struggling right now. I don't know what it is. My head is not in it. I'm tired. Next week, I'm going to be on it, and I'm going to stream earlier for people and for longer. But today, I will not. I'm probably just going to read like 2 other chapters and go. I might switch off when whoever's perspective switches. But I'm just doing this just to get back in the habit of reading. You feel me? Let me just chuckle. Name my price. Perhaps not the best traveling strategy to do. My boy, but at least you know a thing's value. Freedom is very valuable indeed. You would ask me to release this satyr who attacked my storm winds, who attacked us. Piper interjected. Her Highness shrugged. As I said, my patron asks me for small favors from time to time, sending the storm spirits to abduct you. That was one. I assure you, it was nothing personal and no harm done. As you came here in the end of your own free will. At any rate, you want the satyr freed, and you want my storm spirits, who are very valuable servants, by the way, so you can hand them over to that tyrant Aeolus. It doesn't seem quite fair. Okay, that's coming back to me too. The price will be high. Piper could see that her friends were ready to offer anything, promised anything, before they could speak. She played her last card. You're Medea, she said. You helped the original Jason steal the Golden Fleece. You are the most evil villain in mythology. Jason, Leo, don't trust her. I don't know who this is. Please tell me more. Hyper put all the intensity she could gather into those words. She was utterly sincere, and it seemed to have some effect. Jason stepped away from the sorceress. Leo scratched his head and looked around like he was coming out of the charm. What are we doing again? Boys! The princess spread her hands in welcoming gesture. Her diamond jewelry glittered, and her painted fingers curled like blooded tips. It's true, I'm Medea, but I'm so misunderstood. Oh, Piper, my dear, you don't know what it was like for women in the old days. Oh, go give it a rest. Oh, shut up. We had no power, no leverage. Often we couldn't even choose our own husbands, but I was different. I chose my own identity by becoming a sorceress. Is that so wrong? I made a pact with Jason. My help to win the fleece. In exchange for his love, a fair deal. He became a famous hero. Without me, he would have died, unknown, on the shores of Colchis. Piper's Jason scowled. Then, you really did die 3,000 years ago. You came back from the underworld. Death no longer holds me, young hero, Medea said. Thanks to my patron, I am flesh and blood again. You reformed? Leo blinked. Like a monster? Medea spread her fingers and steam hissed from her nails like water splashed on hot iron. You have no idea what's happening, do you, my dears? It is so much worse than a stirring of monsters from Tartarus. My patron knows that giants and monsters are not her greatest servants. I am mortal. I learned from my mistakes, and now that I have returned to the living, I will not be cheated again. Now here's my price for what you asked. God, Pepper said, the original Jason left Medea because she was crazy and bloodthirsty. Lies, Medea said. On the way back from Colchis, Jason's ship landed at another kingdom, and Jason agreed to dump Medea and marry the king's daughter. And after I bore him 2 children, Medea said, still he broke his promise. I ask you, was that right? Jason and Leo dutifully shook their heads, but Piper wasn't through. It may not have been right, she said, but neither was Medea's revenge. She murdered her own children to get back at Jason. She poisoned his new wife and fled the kingdom. Medea snarled, an invention to ruin my reputation. The people of Corinth, that unruly mob, killed my children and drove me out. Jason did nothing to protect me. He robbed me of everything. So yes, I sneaked back into the palace, snuck, and poisoned his lovely new bride. It was only fair, a suitable price. You're insane, Piper said. I am the victim, Medea wailed. I died with my dream shattered, but no longer. I now know not to trust heroes. When they come asking for treasures, they will pay a heavy price, especially when the one asking has the name of Jason. The fountain turned bright red. Piper drew her dagger, but her hand was shaking almost too badly to hold it. Jason, Leo, it's time to go. Now! Before you've closed the deal, Medea asked, what of your quest, boys? And my price is so easy. Did you know this fountain is magic? If a dead man were to be thrown into it, even if he was chopped into pieces, he would pop back out, fully formed, stronger and more powerful than ever. What, is this the Lazarus pit? What's going on here? Seriously? Leo asked. Leo, she's lying, Piper said. She did that trick with somebody before. A king, I think. She convinced his daughter to cut him into pieces so he'd come out of the water young and healthy again. But it just killed him. That's fucking metal. That's metal as fuck. Ridiculous, Medea said, and Piper could hear the power charge in every syllable. Leo, Jason, my price is so simple. Why don't you two fight? If you get injured or even killed, no problem. We'll just throw you into the fountain and you'll be better than ever. You do want to fight, don't you? You resent each other. Guys, no, Piper said, but they were already glaring at each other as if it was just dawning on them how they really felt. Piper had never felt more helpless. Now she understood what real sorcery looked like. She'd always thought magic meant wands and fireballs, but this was worse. Medea didn't just rely on poisons and potions. Her most potent weapon was her voice. Leo scowled. Jason's always the star. He always gets the attention and takes me for granted. You're annoying, Leo, Jason said. You never take anything seriously. You can't even fix a dragon. Can you? Chill out, bro. You can't fix nothing, bro. Son of freaking Zeus, bro. Son of Jupiter, bro. Stop, Piper pleaded. But both drew weapons. Jason, his gold sword, and Leo, a hammer from his tool belt. Sick. Let them go, Piper, Medea urged. I'm doing you a favor. Let it happen now, and it will make your choice so much easier. And some of us will be pleased. You could have your father back today. Medea's charm speak didn't work on her, but the sorceress still had a persuasive voice. Her father, back today, despite her best intentions, Piper wanted that. She wanted her father back so much it hurt. You work for Enceladus, she said. Medea laughed. Serve a giant? No, but we all serve some greater cause. A patron you cannot begin to challenge. Walk away, child of Aphrodite. This does not have to be your death, too. Save yourself, and your father can go free. Leo and Jason were still facing off, ready to fight, but they looked unsteady and confused, waiting for another order. Part of them had to be resisting Piper. Piper hoped this went completely against their nature. Listen to me, girl. Medea plucked a diamond off her bracelet and threw it into a spray of water from the fountain, and it passed through the multicolored light. Medea said, Oh, Iris, goddess of the rainbow, show me that office of Tristan McLean. The mist shimmered, and Piper saw her father sitting behind his desk, talking on the phone. It was her dad's assistant, Jane, in her dark business suit, her hair swirled in a tight bun. "Hello, Jane," Medea said. Jane hung up and the phone calmly. "How can I help you, ma'am?" "Hello, Piper." "You?" Piper was so angry she could hardly talk. "Yes, child," Medea said. "Your father's assistant. Quite easy to manipulate. An organized mind for a mortal, but incredibly weak." "Thank you, ma'am," Jane said. "Don't mention it, Medea." "Wow." I just, Medea said, "I just wanted to congratulate you, Jane. Getting Mr. McQueen to leave town so suddenly, take a jet to Oakland without alerting the press or the police. Well done. No one seems to know where he's gone. And telling him his daughter's life was on the line, that was a nice touch, too, to get his cooperation." "Yes," Jen agreed in a bland tone, as if she were sleepwalking. He was quite cooperative when he believed Piper was in danger. Piper looked down at the dagger. The blade trembled in her hand. She couldn't use it for a weapon any better than Helen of Troy could. But it was still a looking glass, and in what she saw in it was a scared girl with no chance of winning. "I may have new orders for you, Jane," Medea said. "If the girl cooperates, it may be time for Mr. McLean to come home. Would you arrange a suitable cover story for his absence, just in case? And I imagine the poor man will need some time at psychiatric hospital." "Yes, ma'am, I will stand by." The image faded, and Medea turned to Piper. "There, you see? You lured my dad into a trap," Piper said. "You helped the giant. Oh, please, dear. You'll work yourself into a fit. I've been preparing for this war for years. Even before I was brought back to life. I'm a seer, as I said. I can tell the future as well as your little oracle. Years ago, still suffering in the fields of punishment, I had a vision of the seven in your so-called great prophecy. I saw your friend Leo here, and I saw it would be an important enemy someday. I stirred the consciousness of my patron, gave her this information, and she managed to awake just a little, just enough to visit him. Leo's mother," Piper said. "Leo, listen to this. She'll get your mother killed." "Damn." "Uh-huh," Leo mumbled in a daze. He frowned at his hammer. "So, I just attacked Jason? That's okay?" "Perfectly safe," Medea promised. "And Jason, strike him hard. Show me you are worthy of your namesake." "No!" Piper ordered. She knew it was her last chance. "Jason, Leo, she's tricking you. Put down your weapons." Sorceress rolled her eyes. "Please, girl, you're no match for me. I trained with my aunt, the immortal Circe. I can drive men mad or heal them with my voice. What hope do these puny young heroes have against me? Now, boys, kill each other." "Jason," Leo, listen to me." Piper put all of her emotion into her voice. For years she'd been trying to control herself and not show weakness, but now she poured everything into her voice. Her fear, her desperation, her anger. She knew she might be signing her dad's death warrant. But she cared so much about her friends to let them hurt each other. "Medea's charming you. It's part of her magic. You are best friends. Don't fight each other. Fight her." They hesitated, and Piper could feel the spell shatter. Jason, like, "Leo, was I just about to stab you? Something about my mother?" Leo frowned and turned to Medea. You're working for Dirt Woman? You sent her to the machine shop?" He lifted his arm. "Lady, I got a 3-pound hammer with your name on it." "Let's freaking go," Leo clutch up. "Bruh, your YouTube didn't even notify me you're on." "Anthony Belding, it's been so long. I'm so sorry. I don't know how my YouTube didn't notify you. Ring that little bell, player. I don't know. But, man, dude, freaking... I'm sorry, I didn't realize I haven't read Percy Jackson since freaking December, dude. It's been a long time. It's been a freaking long time. You have this crown next to your name. What is that about? What does that mean? Does that mean your first commenter? What does that mean? I'm clicking it, it won't tell me. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah. "Bah!" Medea sneered. "I'll simply
collect payment another way. She pressed one of the mosaic tiles on the floor, and the building rumbled. Jason swung his sword at Medea, but she dissolved into smoke and reappeared at the base of the escalator. "You're slow, hero," she laughed. "Take your restriction out of my pets." Hold on, what time is it? It is 10:35. Yeah. Also, you weren't here for this, because nobody was here for this, but it's going to be a short stream, like a really short stream. Honestly, I might end it after this chapter. I've only read one, but I might end after this chapter just because it's so late, and I really want to go to the grocery store and fucking, what's it called? Get some fucking ranch dressing and some mint chocolate chip ice cream. That's a weird combination. It's for two different things. Not the same thing. But yeah, this is a short stream. So if I probably will end it. So I might stream again tomorrow, to be honest with you, earlier. 'Cause I'm not doing anything really tomorrow, or I might just or if I don't stream tomorrow, I will stream earlier and longer next Friday. But nobody's here. I'm doing this just to get back in the spirit of reading Heroes of Olympus. So yeah. Take your restriction out of my pets. Before Jason could go after her, the giant bronze sundials on either end of the fountain swung open. Two snarling gold beasts, flesh and blood, winged dragons, crawled up from the pits below. Each was the size of a camper van, maybe not large compared to Festus, but large enough so that's what's in the kennels. Leo said meekly. The dragons spread their wings and hissed. Piper could feel the heat coming off the glittering skin. One turned his angry orange eyes on her. "Don't look them in the eye," Jason warned. "They'll paralyze you." Oh, interesting. Paralyzing dragons. Very cool. Indeed, Medea was leisurely riding the escalator up, leaning up against the handrail as she watched the fun. These 2 years have been with me a long time. Sun dragons, gift from my father, Helios, god of the sun. They pulled my chariot when I left Corinth, and now they will be your destruction. Ta-ta! Who the fuck says ta-ta? Only evil-ass people say that. The dragons lunged. Leo and Jason charged to intercept Piper. Piper was amazed how fearlessly the boys attacked, and working like a team who'd trained together for years. Medea was almost to the second floor, where she'd be able to choose from a wide assortment of deadly appliances. "Oh, no, you don't," Piper growled, and took off after her. When Medea spotted Piper, she started climbing in earnest. She was quick for a 3,000-year-old lady. Piper climbed at top speed, taking the steps 3 at a time, and still she couldn't catch her. Medea didn't stop at floor 2. She hopped the next escalator and continued to ascend. The potions, Piper thought. Of course, that's what she would go for. She was famous for potions. Down below, Piper heard the battle raging. He was blowing his safety whistle, and Jason was yelling to keep the dragon's attention. Piper didn't dare look, not while she was running with a dagger in her hand. She could just see herself tripping and stabbing herself in the nose. Oh, that would be no bueno. That would be super heroic. Oh, about the breaks between read streams. I have never thought these streams were the only thing this channel was about, so don't feel bad for doing other videos or just taking breaks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's just usually I felt the need to address it because usually I get more attention and people talking about Percy Jackson and things of that nature. So I wanted to be like, hey, just so you know. But I appreciate you letting me know that. Thank you. Thank you, man. What is this purple crown next to your name? Did I admin you and forget? I don't know. What does this mean? No, you're not a moderator. I don't know what this means. It's really weird. Maybe it's because you're the first commenter. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But regardless, thank you for telling me. She grabbed a shield from an armored mannequin on the floor and continued to climb. She imagined Coach Het yelling in her mind, just like back in gym class at Wilderness School. "Move it, McLean. You call that escalator climbing?" She reached the top floor, breathing hard, but she was too late. Medea had reached the potions counter. The sorceress grabbed a swan-shaped dial and the blue one that caused painful death, and Piper did the only thing that came to mind. She threw her shield, Captain America moment. Medea turned triumphantly just in time to get to get hit in the chest by a 50-pound metal frisbee. Let's freaking go. I know Piper was casually carrying around 50 pounds like a G. She stumbled backward, crashing over the counter, breaking vials and knocking down shelves. When the sorceress stood from the wreckage, her dress was stained a dozen different colors. Many of the stains were smoldering and glowing. Fool, Medea wailed. Do you have any idea what so many potions will do when mixed? Kill you, Piper said hopefully. The carpet began to steam around Medea's feet. She coughed and her face contorted in pain. Or was she faking it? Below, Leo called, Jason, help! Piper risked a quick look and almost sobbed in despair. One of the dragons had Leo pinned to the floor. It was bearing its fangs ready to snap. Jason was all the way across the room, battling the other dragon, much too far away to assist. You've doomed us all! Medea screamed. Smoke was rolling across the carpet as the stain spread, throwing sparks and setting fires in the clothing racks. You have only seconds before this concoction consumes everything and destroys the building. There's no time. Crash! The stained crashes in a sound effect. A stained glass ceiling splintered in the rain of the multicolored shards, and the fetus, in Festus, the bronze dragon dropped in the department store. Let's freaking go! Clutch up. You better not mod me. That would be a terrible idea. Wait, Piper is fighting Tyler Perry? What? Do the fans call her Tyler Perry? She's fighting Oh, I get it. Yeah, I thought of that too when it said Medea, but I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. Also, if you say it's a terrible idea, I will trust you, Anthony. But I always thought it was really weird that her name was Medea. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that because I hate those movies as well. I hate the Medea movies so much. He hurls into the fray, snatching up a sun dragon in each claw. Only now did Piper appreciate just how big and strong their metal friend was. That's my boy, Leo yelled. Festus flew halfway up in the atrium, then hurled the sun dragons into the pits they'd come from. Leo raced to the fountain and pressed the marble tile. Closing the sundials, they shuddered as the dragon banged against them, trying to get out for the moment. They were contained. Medea cursed in some ancient language. The whole fourth floor was on fire, the air filled with noxious gas. Even with the roof open, Piper could feel the heat intensifying. She backed up to the edge of the railing, keeping her dagger pointed toward Medea. I will not be abandoned again. The sorceress knelt and snatched up the red healing potion, which had somehow survived the crash. You want your boyfriend's memory restored? Take me with you. Piper glanced behind her. Leo and Jason were on board Festus's back. The bronze dragon flapped his mighty wings, snatching the two cages with the satyr and the storm spirits in his claws, and began to ascend. The building rumbled. Fire and smoke curled up in the walls, melting the railings, turning the air to acid. You'll never survive your quest without me, Medea growled. Your boy hero will stay ignorant forever, and your father will die. Take me with you. For one heartbeat, Piper was tempted. Then she saw Medea's grim smile. Sorceress was confident in her powers of persuasion, confident that she could always make a deal, always escape and win in the end. Not today, which Piper jumped over the side. She plummeted for only a second before Leo and Jason caught her aboard the dragon. She heard Medea screaming in rage as they soared through the broken roof and over downtown Chicago. Then the department store exploded behind them. Damn. That was epic. Well, I said two things. I said I was either going to read until a switch or I was going to finish this chapter and read. But both happened. Next chapter is going to be Leo. That's 29. Is it 29? Bro, it has to be, right? It looks like it's... Listen, Roman numerals are weird, okay? But... Yeah, like I said, this is just supposed to be a stream just to get back in the habit of doing this. So if I have time and if I feel like it, most importantly, I will be doing a read stream tomorrow as well. Longer, readier, more discussing everything, and hopefully and earlier talking with people like, hey, Percy Jackson time, because I really want to get back into this series, and because I do love this series a lot. Burp moment. And once again, our heroes triumph over the evils of small businesses. Lock in. You'll love to see it. But also, I'm glad this person is dead and gone because I hated her. She was so frustrating. I didn't say that while I was reading, but she was so annoying. I hate this character so much. Medea, oh, she was so annoying. That I don't know that trope doesn't bother me, but it does like get to me. I don't think it's bad. Like the whole like controlling the men thing. I actually like it, but like I hate the whole snap out of it, friend thing that gets on my nerves sometimes. But yes, yes, they, fucking what's it called? It's not a Percy Jackson book without them, just blowing up someone's business venture, or just disrupting it. It happened in the very first book with Percy's brother, the guy that I forget his name, the trapper of heroes, the one who cuts off their heads or whatever, something like that. But yeah, good chapter, solid. Um, Again, we are a little bit over halfway through. So with maybe some reading off stream, I don't know if I'll have time to do that anymore because I'm so busy now and I'm working on a lot of stuff now. I'm trying to upload a lot on this channel now, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of that. But if not, we'll be reading every week at least, and hopefully I can finally get the Lost Hero because I really want to read Son of Neptune. It's been on my shelf for over a year now, and it's teasing me. I see you teasing me. But yeah, it's gonna do it because if I talk for any longer, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the grocery store. So thank you, Anthony Belding, for joining. Thank you, whoever else joined and liked it. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I'm happy to see you guys again. I'm happy to be reading with you guys again, and I will see you guys either tomorrow or next week for continuing Percy Jackson. And I will be streaming One Piece on Sunday. So if you're interested in that, join. So yeah, thank you. End the stream, guys. See ya.